But before you started porn, you had sex with 5 guys.
Yep.
Like, how old were you when you lost your virginity?
18 and a half.
Okay. Which is a little bit later than most girls.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was a tomboy nerd. No one wanted to talk to me.
Okay.
I was the one at ROTC growing up. Wrestler, 152. Like, rebuild classic cars.
Wait. So you wrestled guys?
Yes.
Right, because there's no girls wrestling.
There's no girls wrestling.
Right.
Except for me.
It's just wrestling. So you actually wrestled guys. I remember I remember in high school, not in my school, because I remember I wrestled for a year or two.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a girl that was out beating dudes up, and like no one even wanted to touch her because it's like a no-win situation. You know, if you're wrestling a girl, like, you know,
Yeah. And
I mean,
because you're either beating up a girl or you're losing to a girl. So it's kind of like,
yeah, what would you wrestle at? 152?
nah, not 152.
I was like
hilarious.
double jointed, so guys would try and like pin me down. They couldn't. Like, I literally legs behind my head and I can lean forward. My shoulders aren't down.
So were you winning a lot?
Yeah, it was. It was actually awesome.
Okay.
You're like intimidated, huh?
no, if you're wrestling
A little bit.
kids, young boys of that age, did you ever find them getting excited?
Not only that, but like I had it where I was actually wrestling because they wrestle in, nothing pretty
Yeah,
much.
like little skin tights.
Yeah.
I mean, tights essentially.
Or
And
just
a
their
top,
boxers.
yeah.
So I had boxers and they would like grab on the boxers and try and tear them open. Like, oh, oops. And one time they did, I was like, I wore panties today. Ha ha, dicks.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did you ever run into a situation where one of those young boys just couldn't control himself in terms of his attractiveness to you?
I don't think so.
So no one would get hard while they were trying to wrestle you?
I don't
No.
believe that. If I was 17, 16 wrestling you, are you kidding me? I would be pitching a tent like for the whole match, and it'd be very embarrassing.
It'd be like, I don't know what happened.
That's never happened though, huh?
No, I wish it would. I was just
You're kind of fighting for your life while you're wrestling too, though. You gotta understand. It's
Against
a
a girl.
Yeah, against a girl.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
one guy's choked out with a single arm bar, and I just remember when he passed out and I let him out. They just like looked at him and they just kept shaking their head at him like, you got tapped out by a bitch. Like, dude, really? I'm like, meh.
Okay, so at 18 and a half, though, you have sex for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy it at all?
More uncomfortable and nervous the whole time.
Okay.
Honestly.
Is it a boyfriend or?
Boyfriend, yeah.
Okay. Was it his first time?
It was not. He was older, like 6 years.
Oh, okay. So he's like 24. Mm-hmm. Okay. So at first, he didn't really like it.
And I actually was the only time with him. It was like, okay, and I'm all, I don't know about the sex stuff. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
So I waited 4 more years before I had sex again.
Wow.
What?
Okay,
Not
so
even
at
joking.
22, you have sex for the second time.
With new boyfriend that my mother introduced me to. Hilarious.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, started talking to him, into him. I was like, And he's like, let's have sex. He started the freaky me part because I was like, this is awesome, this is fun, let's fuck everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Cars, on the Harleys, you name it, we were fucking everywhere.
Okay.
Pull over the side of the road, like, let's just have sex on this rock. Okay, I'm in.
Okay. And so that started the whole freaky thing.
Yes,
So then you had a few more boyfriends, and then you started doing porn.
yes.
And how old were you when you started doing porn?
25 and a half?
Okay. 25 and a half. So you started doing porn, but you hadn't done anal
I'd done anal.
Oh, you've done anal.
In private.
in private. Okay. Girls?
I had one girlfriend, but not like full on fucking, like the making out and like have a boy come in type girlfriend, but not like we're
You
dating.
were a nice type of girlfriend. You let 2-on-1s on the regular.
Look at,
Okay, so you were already kind of experimenting.
yeah.
So when did the parents find out?
Mom found out at 6 months, cried, of course.
Cried?
Cried, full on, what did I do wrong? Why are you doing this? You're so intelligent. You've been doing finance. You have your degree, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Mom, okay. I was working 8-hour weeks, no time for anything, and getting by.
8-hour days. Was this in person or over the phone?
Over the phone. She was like,
Okay.
I need to have a discussion with you. And I was like, okay. And I'm working, so I'm not coming home as much to Riverside at the time. And I'm all, well, okay, like, let's just talk to right now. And all of a sudden I hear her go, I was like, oh no,
Here it
okay.
comes.
And she's like, who's Phoenix Marie? And I was like, what do you know? Like, what have you looked? She's like, oh, I Googled. Oh yeah, I know everything. And she goes, why? And then just crying. And I told her, and then she was like, okay. She's like, are you safe? Like, how's the testing? All the basic information, like safe sex. Are you happy? Ultimately, I was like, I'm okay. I'm good. We decided till Pops for a while, I just model. Like I'm just doing modeling.
Okay.
Until my Penthouse magazine cover came out.
Okay.
In which case I was like, I gotta be honest. So here's this Penthouse. Like I'm on the cover. I do nude and some adult work. And he was more like, we're not gonna talk about this. You're my angel and I'll have to kill people. And I'm like, okay, got it. I love you.
Like I hear this denial story with Dad like over and over again. You know what I mean? Like I always, Mom, there's different ranges of acceptance with Mom, but Dad is always, I don't want to know about it.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone's like, hey, my kid does porn that's freaking amazing.
Let me put it in the tape. Let me show you.
Yeah, exactly.
Show you what my daughter could do.
And the fact that my father also teaches at a college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I've gone in since becoming Phoenix Marie, and his students are like, I know who she is. And they're like, that's your daughter?
Yeah.
Does she help out and like TA or anything? It's like, no, I'm not TAing. I'm coming to see my Pops. Like, yeah, no.
So, Mom cried.
Mom cried.
Dad went into denial.
Correct.
Siblings?
Siblings, 1 of 10. 7 brothers,
Damn.
2 older sisters.
1 of 10.
Yes.
Okay. Both from the same parents?
All my fathers. He started at 14 and a half, by the way. So
Your dad had a baby at 14 and a half.
Wow.
And then another one at
Okay.
15.
And another one at 15.
And then it was like a 3-year.
Wait. So so it was 2 different women. He got 2 different women pregnant
Within 6 months.
within 6 months of being 14.
Within 6 months of becoming 15. Like he got one at 14 and a half, she got pregnant. When he turned 15, right around there, got another girl pregnant.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Your dad can't pull out of his own driveway, I guess.
Not at all.
He's packing Full Metal jackets.
Right, because Lexi, I remember in our last interview, mentioned that he's had sex with 5,000 women and has never gotten anybody pregnant.
Never. I have no kids.
You have no kids?
No kids. I've never gotten a woman pregnant. So,
Damn.
well, I guess it's the right time.
I mean, shit, that'd be one sexy
everything.
baby.
I didn't tell you about the time.
You're funny. No, but it's true. Even on Wikipedia, they say that I have a baby with Callie Cox. Remember Callie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Not true?
no.
Does she have a baby?
I have no idea. I know she's teaching school somewhere in Southern California, but I would have no connection with her.
So on Wikipedia, it says you have a baby with Callie Cox.
I think it says something that I have a baby, and the girl they're talking about is Callie Cox. And so
Okay.
I found out about it when someone told me about it. Not that she had a baby, but that it was
That was yours.
That it was out there in the ethos, which is impossible.
You're like, listen, it looks like Marcus. It was Marcus's, okay? Because that fucker never pulls out.
Look at I'm not dropping no names. I'm just saying that was a myth. That was a myth.
Okay, so how did your siblings take to this news?
One was about to be 18, and the dried up socks all around the house hidden. We know he's jerking off, and I was like, so you're gonna be like 18. I'm telling you, your sister's doing porn. Stick to the Euro chicks. Stick to like where they're not speaking English. Odds are I'm not there.
Okay.
I was wrong, but that was my goal. My brother, that was 3 years underneath me, was like, hey sissy, whatever, get your money. I'm not mad. Except his friends, there's like a fake cock thing that we do. And at the end, it blasts you with pina colada. I was new on one of my first scenes, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll do the scene. Blast me. They put it as a GIF on his computer screen. His friends are dicks, dude. Like, full on. So he's like, here I am, and just see pina colada exploding out of a fake cock. Whatever.
Did they think it was real?
Yeah, of course. At the time, they're like, oh. I'm like, yo. Between him and Mandingo, that's the biggest dicks. Yeah. And yeah, this was like a fake black cock. That's like OG, yeah. So.
It's crazy some people believe that's real, though.
Yeah, and it's so not. Sorry.
Yeah.
So what about your sisters?
Sisters. The one right above me called me, and then it was cute because in the VIP, Reality Kings, really close with them. She came out to visit, and I was like, hey, they're doing this in the VIP. It's on a Friday night. They need atmosphere girls. Do you want to go? And she's like, yeah, I do. So I took her to my makeup artist, got her all dolled up. She never wore makeup like that. Put her in one of my dresses, Went, she had a blast. She's like, this is awesome, this is amazing. She's really pretty, she's 3 years older than me. And I was like, yeah, you're never gonna do this again. Because now you're gonna wanna join, and that's not gonna happen.
So none of your siblings wanted to join the industry?
No.
They never questioned you about it or say, how much do you get? Do you think I could do it? No?
No. They were like, okay, that's your thing. Like, whatever, sis, do you.
Anyone try to convince you out of it? Say you shouldn't be doing this?
Only mom. And then she was just like, whatever. She knows everything. Like, when I told her, she's like, so what are you kind of known for? I'm like, anal. I would never. I'm like, you've been married to Pops for 35 years and he's never stuck in your butt. You're a fucking tease. Like, maybe next birthday, honey.
Okay.
But you were grown by the time you started, though.
Yeah.
You were a grown woman at that time you started, though.
Yeah.
Some girls are really, really young, 18, 19. Sometimes that's too young.
I agree.
So you think 18 is too young?
100%.
I personally think so, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Why?
You don't know yourself. I barely kind of started knowing myself at 25. So not know yourself, and then you're exposed to everything, and it's fast money. And unfortunately, the industry, especially now, girls are just washed away so quick. I'm like, oh, I heard about this new girl. Next thing you know, oh yeah, I'll see her in like, I'm sure a couple months when she starts doing anal. Gone. And it's either drugs, alcohol, hooker, you name it, they're just done.
And there's also not as much money.
True.
I think that's kind of almost like the biggest factor.
What, that they realize there's not as much money as they thought?
Yeah, because there's not as much money as there used to be.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, things have changed, but I think at 18, 19, I think it should be 21. I think that the girls and the guys need to give their life a chance to develop and see if they want to do something that will influence the rest of their life. Because there's no, nowadays, if you do one scene, it's no different than doing 1,000.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I mean, like, once it's out there, and at 18 or 19, you may be putting, creating a caveat from getting to where you could go.
I agree.
And although people can vote, people can, enter the military, risk their lives and so forth, but at least with video, there's a permanence that can deter you from what you could be going in a direction that you never will have the chance to do so.
Well, we interviewed Lisa Ann not too long ago, and she said something interesting. She said that doing porn is like having a tattoo on your face.
And I just want to tell him, and I always use the expression, doing porn is like getting a tattoo on your face.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
Okay.
You don't believe
it? When you walk out, everyone knows who you are.
Well, it's not like a scarlet letter. I think that things have changed. Look, outside the United States, being an adult performer is not frowned upon, whereas mainstream and adult performers in Europe are regarded on the same plane.
Right, because I'll tell you what, we just interviewed TT Boy. And, my cameraman here, Anai, he's from Spain. And he was telling me how Nacho Vidal in Spain is like a bona fide like A-list celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Like
and
he's
he did
on
the reality show recently.
Yeah, he was on was it Survivor
Yeah,
or something,
Survivor, yeah.
and I guess there's like the equivalent of like a Jay Leno talk show host that always has him on the show, and it's kind of like it's just viewed differently.
Yeah.
But why do you think that the U.S. has this sort of, it's almost like anything related to porn is already not going to make it into mainstream media. It's advertiser unfriendly. It's kind of like. Most people don't touch
in most cases, right? But I think things are changing. Maybe not fast enough. It's interesting how if you look at the music videos and a lot of the TV programming, movie programming are increasingly becoming more and more aggressive with the sexuality that they're willing to
100%.
put on. But yet, and still, when you have the real McCoy, if you will, being a porn performer, female or male, there still seems to be reasons to keep that person maybe in the corner, not necessarily but everybody enjoys it, but no one wants to admit that they enjoy it. So I think there's a problem with that.
That's a huge problem
Yeah.
because I've had people that are every status come up to me after, like, hey, I know who you are. I totally love you to death. I can't really be seen with you, but I love your work.
Right.
And then they walk away and I'm like, do you know who that was? I'm like, and he's like, huge fan. But to sit there and go out of your way and be like at that level, or they send like their entourage people to come talk to you and it's like, hey, so-and-so's over there and he thinks you're awesome. Like, you should come sit with us. I'm like, oh, why? Someone's gonna have a camera. It's gonna get messed up. Like, it's stupid. It's really stupid.
But as far as just rapping and being able to put words together and flow and say what you want to say and make it rhyme, he's definitely one of the nicest when it comes to that.
Would you say he's
It's a
the king of hip hop?
Nah, I wouldn't say that because I'm in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
I said for some reason I feel like some of them motherfuckers is just renting the house to do that shit, and find out some of them was. I can't do that. You know, I ain't want to do that. I wanted to show where the fuck I was living at the time.